Hey everybody, welcome to your very first piano lesson. I'm so excited you're here because today we are starting an amazing journey together. Whether you've never touched a piano before or you are just looking for a fresh start, you're in the right place. By the end of this lesson, you'll be playing Twinkle, Twinkle, a famous and beloved song, but not just any way, you play it beautifully with expression. We're also going to cover some really important things, like how to sit properly, position your hands, and build your very first five-finger pattern. And some intervals and chords is going to be a lot of fun. You can take your time with each mini lesson, pause when you need to, and just enjoy the process. So, get comfortable and let's get started. Guess what? From this moment on, you're a musician already. A lot of people think playing the piano is just about pressing keys, but it's so much more than that. It's about expression, about making each note mean something. Even the simplest melody can create emotion, tell a story, and bring music to life. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. Stick with me until the end, and I will show you how to make Twinkle Twinkle, your version of Twinkle Twinkle, sound magical. In fact, let's try something right now. Let's sing Twinkle together. Can you sing it with emotion? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Does it sound happy, gentle, or smooth? That's expression, and we'll bring that same feeling into our playing today. Here's a little challenge. Play a few notes or a melody that you already know with emotion at the piano. Make it happy or sad or excited or mysterious. Be creative and be brave. Just touch the keys with any of your fingers. Strong, soft, thick, sparkly. Try it out and see what you think. See what kind of sounds you can make at the piano. What kind of sounds you can imagine yourself making at the piano. Now let's explore the piano a little bit. Before we dive in, let's get to know the piano a little better. It's not just an instrument, it's your creative partner. And guess what? You get to decide how it sounds. Try this with me. Play a high note. It's bright and sparkly, like a bird. Now try a no note. Very low. Deep and powerful, like a thunder. How about right in the middle? And that's the warm and singing part of the piano. And it's more like a human voice. And the pedals, they're like a painter's brush. They add richness and depth to your sound. Listen. Can you hear it? It adds color. It makes sound more expressive. Here's your challenge. Go ahead and play a few notes. Experiment with the highs, with the lows, and in the middle. And just have fun exploring the sounds your piano can make. Okay, now that we've got a feel for the piano, let's try to look like a musician and set ourselves up for success. Good postures makes playing feel easy and natural, plus it helps you sound better. Here's what you want to do. Sit tall, but relaxed. Not too far and not too close. And you don't want to sit too high or too low that you don't get a good support and strain your muscles. And make sure your elbow is not too cramped, too close to your body, and you don't want to go outward either. And make sure your arms are always floating, ready to move to places, and nice and light. And your arm should be always aligned with your hand. And your wrist should be slightly lower than your hand. Now, let's talk about a good hand position. You want to imagine that you're holding a gentle and soft pom-pom underneath. Always want to keep the space underneath. You don't want to collapse your hands. You can't play that way. Also, I call that arch, and that's the foundation of your hand. It's like a foundation of your house. And your fingers should be ready to play a scale with a closed hand. And sometimes fingers need to be open to be ready to play something like Moonlight Sonata. Melodic and flowing. See my fingers? They're quite flat and open. The most important thing is that you don't want to fight with the keys and play with lots of tightness and tension in your hands. And if you see flying fingers, you see tight hands, just shake it off and come right back. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. That makes your playing a lot more effortless and graceful and easy, and releases your tension. And make sure your legs are always firmly planted on the ground, and your right foot should be near the pedal, ready to use the pedal whenever is needed. So remember, playing the piano should never feel like a struggle. The more natural and comfortable you are, the more beautifully you play. Can you keep a relaxed piano hand while playing different notes? Find your way around the keyboard? That's a little homework for you. Now that you have your posture and hand position all set, let's explore the keyboard a little bit. See how the black keys come in group of 2s and 3s? Find a group of 2 black keys. They're all over the keyboard. How about a group of 3 black keys? Nice. Now look just to the left of the 2 black keys. That's a C. To the very left of the 2 black keys is a C. Can you find all the C's? Nice. Now we're talking about musical alphabet. We start with a C. When we go up to D, D is right middle of the 2 black keys, and there's the E. Now here comes a group of 3 black keys. Look to the left of that 3 black keys. That's F. That's a very good landmark note. Again, it's like 2 black keys, you find the C to the left. 3 black keys, you find the F to the left. Then you go up. G, A, and B, and you're back to C again. Here we go again. Let's practice. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now here's the challenge. Can you find all the C's at the piano? 2 black keys. Great. How about D? The note next to the C. And E. Practice it. Just take your time to practice it. That's your little homework. Practice it. The better you know your keyboard, the more confidence you have when you play the pieces. Be patient and practice it. You'll be so glad you know your way around the keys. Now here are your finger numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just tap them, feel them. They're never going to change. Later on, you're going to see lots of finger numbers in your sheet music, and they're super helpful. They make your playing a lot easier. Let's play some notes. Let's take one of your fingers. How about number 3? Play any note that you like. Beginners sometimes play keys very loosely. They slide, or they just drop into the keyboard. None of this is good. It's rough and it's chubby and it's not pretty. If you take a finger and play gently, you're going to make a nicer and more beautiful sound. Try that. Use a different finger and listen. Well, that didn't turn out to be very good. There we go. And you can play strong, but still beautiful. You see, I use a little bit of my arm, my hands, and my wrist. You can even play hands together. Excellent. Now we're going to view your first 5-finger pattern. Middle C is probably the most important note. It usually lines up with the brand of the piano. Number 1 on middle C. To the next note. To the next note. Nice and smooth. And gentle. Beautiful. And come back. Don't forget to practice your left hand also. Start with number 5. Same as before, look for a nice and gentle sound and smooth. Practice that. It may be difficult at the beginning to play smoothly. Doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as you're looking for a good sound, your fingers are going to do it. Now, let's see what you can play at different places. How about start with a G position. Come right back. How about we start on A? After you feel comfortable playing hands separately, you can even try hands together. It takes some coordination at the beginning, so take it slow. After that, you can be creative. You can do opposite direction. How about this? How about you're going to play a little bit faster? And 2 octaves apart. How about low? You can play high. Be creative, explore what you can do at the piano. Make it fun. It is super fun. 5-finger patterns are your foundations for your scales, right? I haven't seen a piece that doesn't have any scale or 5-finger patterns. Every single piece has some kind of a variation of a 5-finger pattern or scales. So it's good to nail that down solidly for your future learning. Okay, now that you're playing notes and you're playing your 5-finger patterns, and let's add some harmony. We're going to talk about intervals and chords. Intervals are just the distance between 2 notes. Let's say you play C and D. That's a whole step. That's also a second. C and the next black key, that's a half step. That's half step and whole step. These are all seconds. Bigger seconds, smaller seconds. Now, how about this? 1, 2, 3. You skip a note, that's a third. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a fourth. That's a fifth. And that's a sixth and seventh and octave. Octave are the same notes. They all have their individual personalities and colors. Listen to the second. Ooh, it sounds nervous. Beautiful and pretty. Fourth and fifth are a little bit empty sounding. Sixth, nice and full and solid. Seventh, lots of attention. Something's happening. Octave is at home. Now you have your intervals. Practice them, build them, overplace second, and third, and find them at different places and use different fingers. Now we're gonna build your first chord. Play a third. Get comfortable. You don't want to get stiff. How about third and fifth finger? Get comfortable. It's a little tricky. It's a little hard. Be very, very, very careful with how you play it. You don't want to just press it down. Now, play the two outside notes, C and G. That's a fifth. Now you just have to add a middle note. That becomes your first chord, C chord. How about left hand? Let's try a G chord. Same thing. Get comfortable with the first third and get comfortable with the second third. And get comfortable with the outside two notes. And let's get ready. Play all three notes. And you want to do that with your left hand. Take your time, don't rush. Make it sound nice, make yourself feel comfortable with all your fingers, and you can play it together. Once you know how to play your chords, your world opens up. Whoa, you've worked so hard. You have your posture, you have your hand position, you know how to find your keys around the piano, and you know how to play single notes. You even know how to play your first 5-finger patterns and intervals and chords. Let's put together, let's play your first piece. Twinkle, twinkle. I'm going to play through the piece before we practice together. It's so pretty, isn't that? Let's practice together. Take your number 1 finger and place it on the C. And your left hand, number 5, on middle C. Let's practice. Take it slow. Number 1 C twice. 4th finger on G. Number 5 finger on A. Left hand, number 2 finger on F. Go down the steps. Back to right hand. Number 4 on G again. Go down the steps. Number 1. Number 4, back to the beginning. Second and third, go down the steps. Take your time to practice. One hand at a time, take it slow, nice and gentle. Now, after you gain some confidence, you can play a little bit faster, of course. Then, after that, you can experiment with many different ideas. You can try higher and use pedal. The right pedal on the right side creates this sparkly sound. And left hand. And you can even try play faster. Slow down. Can you make it sound joyful or make it sound a little mysterious? That's what makes you a musician. You get to tell a story through your playing. And that's a really amazing gift that we all get to experience. You did it! Congratulations! You just took your first big step in learning piano. Now keep practicing what we learned today. Each small step will bring you closer to playing the music you love. Now don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video.